The first minute of breathwork today is going to be done in the crocodile position. So you're going to be lying with your belly on the floor and your forehead resting on the back of your hands. In this position, make sure you have your mouth closed and you're still breathing very gently, very lightly in and out through the nose. So both inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. As you do this, allow the lower back to relax. Really allow your body to be supported by the floor. On the inhale, you'll feel the pressure of the ground against your belly as your diaphragm is working and expanding. So again, just take inventory and really let go of tension that's not serving you. All you're doing is just lying peacefully on the floor. You're bringing yourself into the present, becoming aware of your body, and just relaxing as much as you can in this nice time where you just get to be and be very calm and very relaxed. So from there, just bring the hands by the chest and push up into a tabletop position. Make sure you maintain that nose breathing and keep your eyes open and look forward. From here, we're just going to start gently rocking. This is a really soothing movement. Remember when you used to want to be rocked in the swing, or you enjoy a hammock or a rocking chair? Our nervous system finds this move very, very calming. So you're just going to start with your feet flat, and then you're going to alternate and bring them up and tuck the toes. Go as far back as you can so you're sat with your butt on your heels, but don't force anything. You move how your body is happy to move. Then you can start moving in a circle. There's really no kind of right or wrongs about rocking. Really play with this move. You can play with the tempo, you can play with the bounce. I like to do circles as it helps with the wrists as well. So just maintain that nose breathing, looking forward, eyes open. Now we're going to change the position and have the knees wide and the feet together. Again, moving forward, gently looking forward and not forcing anything. We're going to be doing this variations of rocking for about 3 minutes. So just let yourself not try and force any of the moves. The first couple of moves, you may not go to full range of motion. Now you're going to bring one leg out to the side. The other foot is going to be with the toes flat on the ground. And again, from here, you're not kind of stretching to see how far you can get. You're just saying hello. Always think about just checking in with your body, always listening, and just saying hello to how that movement feels. And we're going to do both sides. So there's no rush. And you can play with that back foot, whether it feels more comfortable to have the toes flat or not. So now let's just go to the other side. And again, you may feel differences on each side of the body. This is completely normal. Internally, we're not symmetrical with our organs, and we never grow up in a perfectly symmetrical way of movement patterns. There's always a bias of whether it's how you carried your school bag or whether you're left-handed or right-handed. There's always some dominance. So it's always good just to kind of check in and see how that feels. Now just do this little subtle kind of rock where you're just going to be moving that back foot forward and back. And you'll feel a really nice movement in the foot and the heel and a kind of opening at the back. And you can play with the hands again from that crawl that we were doing yesterday with this opposite hand, opposite foot. So if the left leg is back, the right arm is the one that's forward. And what this does is it kind of wakes up both hemispheres of the brain. So it's really nice to have this kind of organization in the brain where both sides are firing. And now I've just gone back to this kind of wide knees, but not as wide, and just bouncing and really play with this move. You'll hopefully just start to fall in love with rocking. It's something I do every day, and it really helps to calm the nervous system. So you get this really clear read on where are you at, what does your body need, what will you benefit from today, and you're telling your body that it's safe. And when your body's safe, it's prepared to do a lot of things in terms of range of motion. So now from there, we're going to go to the standing position. So take your feet wide apart and you're going to bend your knees, hinge forward, and you're going to put your right hand on the ground and you're going to form this tripod position. And then the right leg is going to come down and sit through and then come back up. So we'll do the same side a few times. So you're creating this kind of structure where you have these three limbs, the two legs and the hand. So the hand goes in front and then that leg comes in that space in between. So if your stance is too narrow, it's much harder to do this movement. So let's try both sides now. So remember, if the left hand goes forward, the left leg goes through. And just repeat it a few times. We're going to stay with this move for about 4 minutes. Sometimes we tend to rush things or think, oh, we'll just do 3 reps or 5 reps. And it's really not long enough for our body to explore a move and to see how it feels. So in the first couple of reps, when the leg went through, we then kind of sat on the ground. But what you can do if you feel really sturdy and solid is when you go down, you can let the leg hover. So you're now effectively balancing. This is sort of a simulation of a ground vault. If you were going to step over something, that position in midair where you have one hand and one foot on the obstacle and the other leg passes through. So it's hand down, leg through, and then reverse. And then you can really start to play with your balance here. So when you go down, you bring the leg through in front, and then you can pass it behind you. And this is just more demanding of your balance. So find out what feels right for you on the day when you're doing it. If you want to go more advanced, instead of placing the hand in front of you, you place the hand next to you. So imagine this is a railing or a wall, and you're placing it alongside the same side foot. And from there, you can go forwards, you can go backwards. And what you'll find is it'll start to feel like a bit of a workout. And you're going, well, I'm just doing this one move. I'm just getting up and down from the floor. Whether you're doing it going down all the way so that you're sitting or coming back up, this is just a really great move that's going to wake up the whole body. So just alternate. You can try and do this kind of one on each side, or whether you prefer kind of doing 5 on one side as you get to know this move and get more familiar with it. But you're always trying to kind of stay relaxed at the same time as creating tension. As always, we're trying to do this, or we are going to be doing this, with our mouth closed, just breathing in and out through the nose. And a little clue is, if you're not sure, take a sip of water and then see if you can keep it. If this move comes really easily, try slowing it down. So the work is in the wobble and speed hides need. So we can really see what's happening to our range of motion, our abilities, how we feel, our fitness, everything like that we can discover when we slow things down. So faster isn't always better. We can kind of skip through. So enjoy the tripods and see what's the level for you. Start with just saying hello to the ground. So having wide enough stance, the arm in front, come down, sit down, breathe, reverse, and come back up. It's a really great move. So now we're going to end. We're going to go back on the floor and do some side sits. So we start in this kind of tabletop crawl position where the knees are off the ground. And then you're going to turn sort of 90 degrees to the side. And then you're going to start with these kind of sits. So it's sort of similar to that tripod position in where we end up. And you can start with a gentle version. You can start bringing the leg down with the turn. And then as the move feels more comfortable, you can hover the leg above the ground. So you only have 2 points of support now with that leg going through. And what I like to do, this is from the animal flow system, is you then kind of try and create a long line from the tip of the toe to the back of the elbow on the opposite hand. But keep the move small if you don't feel comfortable. Keep the move as a sit if you don't feel comfortable. There's lots of ways to progress. And also for your brain to work this out is a bit of a jigsaw puzzle to begin with. And it can be like, my brain hurts, and your body can get tired. So these are today's movement snacks. So less moves than yesterday. So we have the crocodile breathing, the rocking variations, the various tripods, and now side sits and side kick throughs.